Hawaii Entertainment News, where we will talk about all the news that's happening around the film and entertainment industry in Hawaii.
You're supposed to say, I told you so.
Enough! Are you okay?
Oh my gosh, he's Superman!
This is a video game, which means we all have special skills.
Is that it? I think so.
Aloha everybody, welcome to Hawaii Entertainment News. Well, we have a special guest as we're doing our social distancing.
Hey Ted, what's up?
All right. Ted.
How you feeling, Ted?
I'm feeling good, man. So how's all this social distancing thing? How's
You're
that?
6 feet apart from me. We're good.
All
We're
right. Well, we
good.
good.
You got this.
Yeah, we got this. Okay, so for the people out there, go ahead and tell them what you do here in the Hawaii's entertainment world.
I'm mostly a gaffer,
Okay.
and a gaffer, chief lighting technician, and basically responsible for all the electricity on set.
Okay.
But more importantly to me is the lighting and making sure the actors are exposed and looking good. And the set's the same way.
Up in the sky, look!
It's a bird!
It's a plane!
It's the Gaffer. Everybody knows who has the real power on film sets. Thousands and thousands of watts of power. It's the Gaffer. The Gaffer, Best Boy Electric, and electricians work with the cinematographer to design the lighting.
Now, Miss Lane, get ready for the greatest story of your career.
The electrical department is responsible for getting light, but also power to the set. A lot of power, and that could be deadly if not handled safely. But who's responsible for safety on a set? That's easy. You are. So believe me when I tell you, when an electrician tells you to do something on set, do it. It's for your safety and for everyone else's.
Rolling. And Bobby rolling.
Rolling.
Okay, go ahead, Slate.
Alright. Scene one, take one. John intro.
So let me give y'all a tour of the set and show you all the cool things that we have going on and kind of point out a few things for you. All right. So as you can see here, we have a series of plants. A lot of y'all out there might know the names of them, so I'm not going to mess them up because I don't know them. This bus right here, in case anybody was wondering about it, that bus is Brother Israel Kamakawiwo'olu. Okay, so that is his bus. He's a big inspiration to me. He's an inspiration to me as far as what I do and why I do what I do. So we thought it was appropriate to always have something on set that reminds me of my inspiration for doing the Hawaii Entertainment News. And so here we have obviously our surfboard. We have our deck. Our set designer, Hunter, made the sign. We made everything from scratch, designed this, put it all together. We have our air plants that are inside of these glass containers here. Behind the sign, not sure if you can see it, but behind the sign is a tiki carving. Just to give you a little education about the tiki. The tiki name back in the day was called ki'i. Ki'i means picture, okay? And if you take the ki'i, which means picture, and you take two ki'i, that's the opposite of each other, that creates what we know as a movement, right? It's something moving. It's like a moving picture, okay? So the proper name for those tikas would be ki'i oni oni, which means moving picture, okay? So if anybody wonder, all of these rocks, the rocks here, they're all real. So everything is real. Obviously we put all the shelter and everything, but all the rocks are real. They're not fabricated. On most sets, they can be probably styrofoam just for safety, for us to be able to carry them and stuff like that. Um, as you can see, we have a little light thing here. This light here is for the purpose of shining the light a little bit more on the set just to give a better look. So gives you some of the in-depth things that we have to do. And some of you out here probably noticed this little thing sitting there. Okay, just in case you don't know why this is sitting there, this is what our set design people put just to give me a marker where I should sit, where I'm in the frame. So these are little things that you don't see on the set. These are little key things that we do just to kind of give the actor the positioning place. So now that we've showed you a little bit that's going on the inside of the set, which is things that people see all the time, here are some of the things that are going on behind the scenes. So look at the microphone. And this is the boom mic. Doing it virtually, we're able to record the audio as it comes in. But here, I need extra microphones. Even on the top here, we have microphones rigged underneath here in order to give better sound for each camera. Each camera we have, in this particular one, we have 2 cameras. If we're going live, that's going to create a 3rd camera or a computer. We have a light here. This light here is just to shine on my face, give more lighting. Sometimes when you're shooting outside, the lighting comes and it goes and it comes and it goes and it flickers and stuff like that. By putting lights here, it gives us more control of the lighting situation so we can make sure all the frames look good, because we want to do a great job at entertaining you. Thank you. Thank y'all so much for joining us for Hawaii Entertainment News, and we are looking forward to sharing more time with you. Aloha. Welcome back to Hawaii Entertainment News. So in your department on one set, so it said there's a set like Godzilla, okay? And in your department, how many people will just be in your department?
Well, it could be a lot, because we have a rigging department, and so they go ahead and set up all the cabling and all that stuff and pre-rig lights, particularly on big sets. And then there's the shooting crew, and then that could be anywhere from on Godzilla. I think one day I had 15 electricians. On that one I wasn't gaffing, I was best boy, but boy, doing those time cards was a pain in the ass.
So you would say like a movie like Jurassic World would be like 15 electricians and
usually like the standard thing is between say 4 and 6 set electricians.
Okay.
And then when you have the special equipment, whether you have condors or any other specialty sort of thing, then you start adding up from there.
Oh, okay.
So big night exteriors, you add more. If you have like broad spaces, then you sort of what we call zone defense. So you have people covering spots so they can get quickly to the lights and adjust them as needed.
Right. So you would say like working on a set, we work in 10-hour days, 12-hour days. What would be a normal work day?
Well, producers like 12-hour days because that's a sort of a standard thing. They don't have to get into second meals and too much overtime. But we've all done 18, 19-hour days, and then we've also done some days where we get off right after lunch. So you never know. But on average, it's about 12 hours a day.
About 12-hour days. Okay, so the evolution of filming in Hawaii. Okay, so if we go back the last 10 years, we've had Hawaii Five-0, we've had Magnum PI, we've had a few other shows. These shows have kept everybody pretty busy, especially in your department, right? So it's kept everybody busy. What happens now for Hawaii when all of that is gone? When productions are not here anymore, like Hawaii Five-0, Magnum PI, what happens?
I hear Costco's hiring. It's there's everyone. When I first moved here, which was 2003, everybody warned me. It's like, well, it's kind of hit or miss here. Sometimes super busy. And when I got here, there were 3 shows going simultaneously: North Shore, Hawaii, and Lost. And so, town was booming. Everything was happening. And but all my friends said prepare for some dry spells, and we've been super lucky here. And it's really a sad thing that my friends on 5-0 lost their jobs this year. It's really now we'll be competing for the remaining jobs, and that's kind of you never want to compete. You just want to see everybody be working and getting what they're doing. I mean, I find that this is, I'll tell you, the one thing that I've noticed through the years, and I used to start in LA, right? That's where I started in this business. And, if you got a location show and your crew's been good to you for, 3 or 4 shows back to back, and you can tell them, hey, I got a show in Hawaii. It's, I'm going to bring all my boys. I'm going to hook them up because they've been so good to me. So there's a lot of that type of incentive, right? That's happening. It's like, plus a lot of department heads, like usually there's a kind of a, there's the director of photography, he's the big kahuna on set. And then you have the key grip, the gaffer, who work with them. Right. And DPs quite often depend on those guys so much to fill in the gaps. They don't want to have to articulate everything they want. Sure. Because they know that they're guys because they've worked with them so long. Right. So it's going to be like that.
Well, what happens is you have one producer that maybe he knows this person, that person can connect him to Ted, and this person connects him to that, and yes, he knows that person. But there's 20 other productions. There's 20 other productions right here that would gladly hire these people. Right, they would gladly.
Right. Well, no, I think that I personally think that that's where kind of like our local 665,
true.
And I think the state has to force on these people a little bit of getting out of their comfort zone. Right. I did The Wrong Missy. Okay. Last year, and. On that show, because of budgetary conditions, they didn't want to fly people out and pay for their per diem and their housing and all that. So they did bring some key people in, but as far as grip and electric, we were local, and I mean, there's some growing pains, there's some stuff, whatever, but in the end, we made a great looking little picture. It's coming out on Netflix, by the way. Check it out. Yeah.
Make sure you check out this trailer.
Hawaii Entertainment News, where we will talk about all the news that's happening around the film and entertainment industry in Hawaii.
Oh my gosh, he's Superman! This is a video, which means we all have special skills.
They came to kick my ass, and I'm like, yeah, that's not my fault. I'm doing what I'm told.
Because you know what? I know. He gets it.
But you kind of need a little bit of room to work a whip, and a cabin of the plane is not exactly.
Our actors will actually keep a tally. Could I get someone to walk out of the show?
And it always ends in world peace.
Yes.
On Inhumans, I was very proud to have the only department in the whole production that was all Hawaiian, the locally based, and that made me very proud because we bring it. You know, we do it. Lighting, I'll speak for electric. We bring it every time. So you know, you're not going to stop us. We're going to, you know, we go beyond.
Well,
you know that too.
Well, I believe this COVID-19. I think this is definitely going to change the way we do films. I think it's going to change where we're doing films, how we're putting them together. It's just going to change everything. It's going to change acting. You know, in a sense, it's really going to change. I believe that it's going to be in the favor of Hawaii, though. I just believe that.
Here's the one caveat to that.
Okay, go ahead.
Romance is dead now in movies. No kissing, no hugging, no hand holding, none of that.
No.
You're not going to have that. It's all explosions because that you keep 6 feet apart. So you're going to have a lot of stunts and cars blowing up. But no, I don't know. It's like that's the Kulo Ranch. I mean, I really am. You know, I'm curious because how are we going to do the stuff?
It's a digital film industry.
Yeah, I mean, can you CGI lovemaking? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, there's a whole new. Exactly. I don't know. It's like we'll see what happens with that, but it's.
I can see somebody with the green doll, and then they just computer graphing, put the lady in, and just.
Oh well, you were there for that. We did that.
You know what I'm saying? Why not?
Yeah, why not?
I think it's gonna.
Yeah, but I do think actually, in terms of content, it is ironic because in this moment is when, you know, after 9/11, right, entertainment industry was blown up because everyone needed entertainment. Everyone wanted to be entertained, feel good, have some comedy to laugh at, and all that stuff. So what is Potluck with Smooch? I'm going to tell you. It's a cooking show, and it's a cooking show that features paka recipes. But it's not just a dry cooking show. It's kind of a scripted show where the Potluck with Smooch is the production. And in that production, there's a crew known as the Chronic Crew.
Oh, okay.
And my character's name is Nappy McBride. We got, Sally is in it, and we got a bunch of people in it. But everyone is dysfunctional potheads.
Okay.
And so, you know, some people are more spiritual, some people are just constantly horny. It's all, and but it all happens. So then we go into other people's homes, and they have their dramas, right?
Oh.
So all hell breaks loose in the course of a cooking show.
Oh.
But you get a recipe. So at the end of the show, you've laughed your way through a cooking. There's actually a recipe, and we actually do that stuff.
The cook of the week, Madame Pousset, Rojo Grego. Miss Trucking Itch to 2004 to 2007.
Yeah, Smooch.
I love Smooch. He's like the dad I never had, the mom I always wanted. He's like a walking waffle. It doesn't get better than waffles.
Who wants to get smooched?
I just love Smooch. I known Smooch since... Wait a minute. Wait, who's Smooch?
Next time on Hawaii Entertainment News.
Everybody ready? Bob rolling? Okay, go ahead, Slate.
All right, I'm speeding. Scene 6, Jared D, take 1.
Okay, and action.
Hawaii Entertainment News, where we will talk about all the news that's happening around the film and entertainment industry in Hawaii.
You're supposed to say, I told you so.
Enough! Are you okay?
Oh my gosh, he's Superman! This is a video, which means we all have special skills.